So, in 1985, I went to attend a series of meetings, and the Spirit of the Lord rested upon me, and a patriarch who was there, who was a former president of 70 in the church and a missionary throughout his adult life to Latin America and other places, asked of him patriarchal blessing. His wife had studied for years ancient cultures, written a book, you might be familiar with that, and their family was entwined in love for the Book of Mormon. And this is 30 some years ago. I don't remember speaking to him ahead of time about what I kept in my heart, but I remember my entire life was a product of the faith of my parents and the heritage of theirs, and we grew up in Wisconsin and knew Ray Marilee Treat, who lived up there, and my mother worked for the Zarahemla Research Foundation and publishing. And so from my earliest memory, the faith of Jesus Christ and the gospel was the definition of my life. And so I carried in my heart a love for that record. And I didn't discuss that I can remember ahead of time, and so it was very delightful to hear in that blessing and the words that I'll repeat to you, which really I had back in the 80s. I'd read often my blessing and consulted it from time to time, but I have not, I think I misplaced it at some point, and I've not looked at that for decades. I've not thought about it for decades. And I was driving home in January praying and pouring my heart out to the Lord in my car home from work, and these words came to my mind.
Wilt thou give him the privilege of turning the pages of the sealed portion of the Book of Mormon?
And they were the words from my blessing. And it said, it was in a prayer at the end, and he said, would you give him the privilege of turning the pages of the sealed portion of the Book of Mormon? And I was really excited about that. At the time, it seemed like Zion something elusive, and yet when that came to my mind as I was driving home in January from work, I remembered, and I went back, dug through my garage and found the cassette tape and got it out and played it and heard those very same words that had come to my mind. So and that was fulfilled while I was in Brazil a few days ago.